Recovery of hit points and STC. After a battle, characters who have sustained physical damage must tend to their wounds. Hey, Heathen Dog knows about that. He had his wounds tended to.
Yeah, it's great.
Tourniquet around the neck works every time.
Works every time.
The attending
you no longer have to worry about damage.
That's right. The attending of wounds can be administered by fellow characters, trained medical personnel using the first aid skill. Okay, first aid type skills include basic and immediate medical treatment, such as banding. We're not going to read all that. That's skill type stuff. But
it can stop you from immediately dying. Basically,
yes.
is what it's for. It's to stop you from dying. If you're bleeding, it'll stop you from bleeding. If you're in a coma, it may stabilize you.
One hit point per minute.
Exactly. It's not going to be a lot. It's going to be enough to get you out of danger, maybe. But I wouldn't rely on just first aid medic type stuff for long-term recovery. And we're going to get to that in a second.
So Shadow is not asked question. Wouldn't it still add potential STC blockage in some way? Not if it bypasses the armor.
Yes, it would. If it doesn't bypass the armor, then it would add protection as well. But again, it's just more crap that I have to worry about, and you don't. That's not fair. Screw you. I got lots to worry about. I'm running the entire world. You're just running your character.
But I can't figure out a time when that would happen, because either A, your natural armor would have deflected it anyway, or B, it's bypassing all of it. Your natural armor ends up being the default.
Well, no, if you're wearing, say, full riot gear, you may have an AR of 16.
Sure.
For your equipment, but you may have an AR of 14 for your natural armor.
Okay.
So,
but if it bypasses the 16, it still bypasses.
Oh yeah, no. But anything 16 or below, your armor is going to take it first, and then when that breaks, you still have an AR of 14.
I got it. So if you roll a 16 or a 15, that actually does help you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Fair.
But it's such a limited scale that it can help you, that it's so much harder for the GM to track. I just don't allow it.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Non-professional treatment recovery is 2 hit points per day, and for
this is someone with the first aid skill. This is a combat medic. That's what they can do.
Professional treatment, 2 hit points per day for the first 2 days, and 4. So your body's like just going through the I want to survive mode right there, and 2 points for the first 2 days, and 4 for each of the following days until the character has regained all of his or her original hit points. SDC points are restored at a rate of 6 per day. Now that is professional treatment.
Yes, that is at a hospital, at a clinic, or from a doctor directly.
Surviving coma and death. So how much damage can you take below 0 is determined by the physical endurance attribute. Characters can take 1 point of damage below 0 for each PE point. For example, a character with a PE of 9, well, this should have been in the combat section, will lapse into a coma at 0 hit points, but still lives up to -9. However, if the character receives more damage, which is very possible, than the PE, he is dead with no hope of recovery.
You just died. But I'm only at -10. That means you're only dead.
You're at only nothing. You don't exist.
You're at only making a new character.
There you go. Coma length. You guys can read this. I'm gonna skip this more combat.
It's not important. I mean, it's going to be a while. You're not coming back into the action today. Let's leave it at that. Optional damage. This is a system that Max Liao likes, but he likes using from a different book.
Well, this just says that, as you're taking more and more damage, it's kind of the death spiral thing. If you've got 10
taking some permanent damage. Yeah.
I do use the minor injury tables. Yes. Again, I run a more deadly game though. Side effects from series. Now this is hit point damage. So when you take those hit points, you have to roll on this table. It's a minor injury rolled. Oh, I thought this was a saving throw. Oh, didn't it used to be a saving throw for this?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, but those are things that can happen. Recovery from near death. Is this the one that has go the mental affliction? Major brain damage. Oh, this is the one you got.
Major brain damage. Yeah, that's bad.
The one you got.
But now, if this is all optional, you don't have to have this. But if you do, let's read this. Optional side effects from serious hit point damage. No, wait, no, we were there. Yep. We were there.
Oh,
no, that's from near death. We're starting a series.
Oh, okay.
minor injury table is rolled on multiple times, once for each injury. Roll on this table only once when 75 to 99% of hit points are depleted. Impairment is temporary, lasting 1d4 weeks. So even if you recover all of your hit points, you're still going to have this for 1 to 4 weeks. This not long term, but short term impairment. But if you go down for the near death, for a sense of additional realism, a player can roll this table when a character has lost all, reduced to 0 below, of his or her hit points and has been near death in a coma. Impairment is permanent as a result of grave physical damage. Now, this is only if you actually, get to 0 points or less and still don't die. This is serious traumatic damage. You've had a hole blown through you. Your skull is opened up. Part of your brain leaked out. Something bad happened to you. Super bad. And you're not coming back all the way from this. Your leg got blown off by an IED. You could put on your prosthetic, but guess what, bro? It's not the same.
Especially in this world.
But I got a spring foot now. Shut up. Shut up, peg leg.
All right, moving on. Conversion rules, characters. So if you want to use PPE and so forth, here's how you bring that in.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't do that.
It's not important unless these characters are moving to a high magic area or high magic dimension, or there are people from another dimension coming to your world, because everything does have PPE. It's just that no one can use it. So why have the stat? Well, if a leyline walker comes in from rifts, he becomes a wizard in this normal magic environment, and he can drain PPE from living things, which is you. So then it's important to know how much PPE you have.
Now we get into the alignments, and like we do every time, but this time we're going to pick an alignment that we don't ever talk about. And I don't know which one. I guess Diabolic is the only one we don't ever talk about. As we've said in those
Diabolic, I think we don't talk about.
Yeah, both of those. You're probably right. Maybe Anarchist. I don't like Anarchist either. But either way, we both. Well, let me not speak for you. I don't like alignments in any game. However, if the game presents alignments like Dungeons and Dragons or Palladium, they're meant to be used, and I use them. And I think that Palladium has the best alignment system of any game I've ever played that has an alignment system.
Yep.
And so we've done other ones in other series. So I think today we do Miscreant or Diabolic. I'll let you pick.
Miscreant.
Miscreant. Okay. So that's an evil alignment. And all evil characters are not bent on universal genocide. All right. Well, we'll find out. Where's the Miscreant?
Right there.
Here we go.
Side.
This self-serving, unscrupulous character is out only for himself. Power, glory, wealth, position, and anything that will make his life more comfortable or pleasurable is his goal. It doesn't matter who
wins unless I win first.
Right. There you go. It doesn't matter who gets caught in the middle as long as he comes out smelling like a rose. This person will lie, cheat, hurt, kill anyone to attain his personal goals. All right. So attitude towards cannibalism. By the way, that's kind of a thing in this game that you have to think of. They have to think about, well, animals eating animals. Does the tiger eat the deer?
I think
let's
so.
Let's see what a miscreant tiger says. From a miscreant's point of view, especially a miscreant who happens to be a mutant predator. So again, our miscreant tiger.
Yeah.
There is nothing really wrong with eating other sentient beings. After all, they might say the real crime is killing. Eating the flesh of an enemy just keeps it from going to waste. Okay. When hungry, and if it doesn't look risky, the miscreant character has no problem hunting and killing intelligent creatures just for food. So that's specific to after the bomb, by the way.
Yes.
Now, why do we think that the Palladium system has the best alignments? And it comes down to this little chart right here. It pretty much tells you, it gives you 14 steps on your character's
alignment.
Yeah. And they might be a little binding, but they're usually not horribly binding except for the two extremes. Well, Aberrant and
they're supposed to be horribly binding. They are extremes.
Right.
They're supposed to be. Yeah.
So Miscreant is like, not necessarily keep his word to anyone. So you can keep your word, no restriction. You can keep your word to everyone if you want, but you don't have to.
Or no one.
Or no
somewhere
one.
in between. Whatever.
Yep. You can lie and cheat indiscriminately. So
to anyone. Doesn't matter who they are. Good, evil, selfish. I'll lie to anybody. Don't care.
You can kill an unarmed foe as readily as you would a potential threat or competition. Remember,
Safest place to shoot someone is in the back, right? I mean, there it is. And when they're unarmed.
or just move right down to number 4 when they're innocent.
Yeah.
Well, it says use or harm. It doesn't say kill yet. So,
no, it doesn't say kill. Harm an innocent. Use or harm an innocent. Like use for meat shield. Yep.
You know what? This 8-year-old child, you are now going to be out there and you're going to be my distraction.
Yes.
We'll use torture for extracting information and pleasure.
Sure. Why not?
I mean,
you should really like your work, right? I mean, you should enjoy what you do.
May kill for sheer pleasure. I'm bored. Nothing going on.
But may kill for pleasure, but if it doesn't bring him anything because he's a miscreant, personally, I would say they wouldn't do it.
It wouldn't be random. It wouldn't be random. Just let me do this.
Randomly kill folk. No. It has to do something for him.
Watch this. Heathen dog. Let's take this guy out. This would be great.
See, no, doesn't do anything for me. I mean, if he has something I want, okay, that's
it'll be fun. You should hear him scream. Have you ever heard them scream? Feels no compulsion to help without some sort of tangible reward for him. Come on, man, help me do this.
$10.
Okay, here's your $10.
All right, deal.
Have no deference to the law, but will work within the law if he must. It gets the job done, right? Remember, he wants to end up on top.
If it's the only way to do it, I'll do it by the book. If there's any other way to do it, I'll do which way is best for me.
Right. Blatantly break the law for his own goals and pleasure.
It's all about me.
That's anarchist right there.
Yeah, all about me.
Dislike and distrust authority and the law.
Well, of course, they are not always for me.
Now, you might think that some of these are duplicates, like 9 and 10, but when you look at the other alignments, you'll see that there can be some differences there.
Yes.
11, works with others if it'll help him attain his personal goal. See, he can be a team player until he's not.
Sure.
Take dirty money, stolen goods, and illegal items.
Okay, see, the whole dirty money, anything in quotations, that's you're adding some kind of morality to a physical object, which is stupid. Dirty money, oh, then I'll clean it with some soap. Guess what? It's still money.
I'll clean it with your tears.
There you go.
Will a miscreant character betray a friend if it serves his needs? Sure. Why not? It's again serving his needs. And finally, have no respect or concern for the lives or welfare of others. That whole collateral damage thing doesn't matter if I get what I want.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. So this character can be playable. I wouldn't allow it, but can be playable as a PC. It's just that everyone else has to understand that this is the big Firefly.
Jane?
Yes, Jane.
Really? You think he's
miscreant?
miscreant?
Of the series, Jane was miscreant, I believe, because for the right price, he would sell out anyone on the crew. Anyone. He didn't like them. He was only in it for the money. He was only in it for himself.
You know what? I think you might be right. I'm looking down all of these. I think you might be right.
But later on, after he tried to sell River and her brother to the men with blue gloves, and got caught and almost spaced, that's when he changed. That's when he started changing. And Janestown was another thing where he started changing.
The only two that I look at right now that I'm not sure that even he was this at the beginning was kill for sheer pleasure and harm an innocent.
Kill for sheer pleasure. We never saw that situation.
Fair.
Use or harm an innocent. He definitely use an innocent.
Think so?
Yeah. Doesn't say kill, harm. Oh, he'll put an innocent in harm's way if it means he'll
Fair
live
enough.
or he'll get money. So yeah, you can play as a PC, a miscreant character, but the rest of the group has to understand that your loyalty is bought and sold in your own head. You don't know if someone's given your character a better deal.
All right, after alignments, this is how you get experience points in the game. And we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. We're just going to look it out. The best one is critical plan or action. You get 25 performing a skill, successful or not. When it matters.
Not just, oh, I want to roll driving from going the speed limit 3 blocks. No, man, you're not rolling driving for that.
Unlike the miscreant, get 100 to 300 for endangering your life to help others. So, and here is the experience point chart table. So the killing ones are.
Well, no, hang on. The miscreant still can get that experience.
Oh yeah, no, you can. I'm just saying.
It's not something you do all the time or at all. But if you endanger your life to help others, it doesn't say as long as you're not being otherwise compensated. No.
No. I'm not. I never meant to imply that the miscreant wouldn't do this. I'm just saying, like, sucks to be him over there.
You would probably do, yeah. But if it helped him out, then yeah, he would do it. Sure.
So there you go. Look at now. This might not look like a lot of use of some other games, but remember, this experience point chart stays the way it is the entire time.
Throughout the entire thing, there is no scaling for experience points like D&D or other games where the more powerful the creature, the more points you get. No, it scales nothing. It stays that way. So the higher level you are, the harder it is and the longer it takes to gain another level. And that keeps getting that way until 15.
We've got a lot more to go. I think we might not finish this today.
Oh no.
Because we got to do education and skills.
We'll just do my character. I got the healer apprenticeship.
Did? Yes. Let's see. So that's right. You took healer. Fair. So let's just go back for a second. So when he rolled his education level or his background, it said that
I got a 93, which
underground
was
university.
Underground university, and I got to choose out of 3 or 4 or 5 apprenticeships, and I chose healer.
So,
and when you choose a healer, you get these main skill, core skills, medical skills, pilot skills. You get these skills.
So let me actually scroll back up here and talk about the apprenticeship programs. Real quickly, it's all bolded. Can you have 100% or higher proficiency? No.
Nope.
Are physical skill bonuses cumulative? Yes. Okay. Can a character have more than one hand-to-hand skill? That'd be weird.
No. That would be weird. Yeah. I have basic and expert. No. You get
Here's the real change. Are there any automatic or universal skills in After the Bomb? Nope.
In every other game we've had before this, even in Rifts, there are a few skills that everyone gets. In this one, no.
Characters
notably, literacy in your own language is a given in most Palladium games. Not this one.
It did say the ability to understand. All mutants have the ability to understand.
Not read and write.
Why? But even the speak. Why might you not have the ability to speak? Because you might literally not have the ability to speak.
Yeah.
So, and drive, I mean, you're in a post-apocalyptic world that you might be in the wilderness constantly and there might not be any vehicles.
Born in the Bayou, you didn't exactly have Moby Dick,
Right. So what's the difference between primary and secondary skills? So usually these are called skill programs?
Yeah.
And secondary skills are secondary skills. The primary difference is that primary skills are professional level expertise. Secondary skills are more amateur. Even if the secondary skill is higher than the primary skill, the person who performs the primary skill, as long as it's a success, is going to look better. It's going to be more professional. It's gonna last longer, et cetera, than the person who does it with the secondary skill.
Right. But the immediate effect will be the same, but the level of detail or the craftsmanship or whatever is going to be greater for someone who is professionally trained by another professional. Secondary skills are skills you learned on your own. Watching all these YouTube videos and going to the library and do all that stuff. You
look at the academic talk in there. YouTube videos and libraries. Who's got that?
you can learn how to fix a 1984 Chevy. You can. But someone who is trained by a mechanic to fix a 1984 Chevy will do it better. I mean, you could both get it running, but the professionally trained mechanic is going to get it running more smoothly. It's going to be more fuel efficient. It's not going to backfire at all. There's no pinging, no nothing. Whereas the professional do-it-yourself mechanic can also get it running, get it from A to B, but there could be backfiring. There could be some brake problems. There could be some overpressure, underpressure. All kinds of stuff could go wrong. It's not a professional job. So think of it that way.
Yep. All right. So now we look at the primary skills with the destruction. Okay. We're not going to read all of that. I've got to sneeze here in a second. So
Okay,
primary
just go
skills.
straight to healer.
Go to the apprentice programs. Here are the list of apprentice programs. And now we are going to scroll down to healer. Oh, did I pass it? Probably under H, right? There it is.
There it is.
Okay. A combination of doctor and veterinarian. The village or traveling healer has to know the anatomy and physiology of a lot more than just human beings. In addition, the character has to be a researcher in a variety of herbal substitutes for drugs, which may be hard to come by in the after the bomb world or non-existent at all. Mm-hmm. The character also assists in a variety of different kinds of birthing, from normal delivery to cesarean section to birthing from eggs and other artificial wombs and fetal incubators.
Wow.
Main skills. Now, main skills, these are like OCC skills in other games.
Yes. Internal
medicine. We'll have to look that up later.
It says all of these bonuses at the end. This is what it is. Every skill has a base percentage of success. And it goes up by a certain smaller number every level after you get it. But because you were professionally trained in these skills, you get a one-time bonus at the level 1 or the level that you receive it. Right. In this case, level 1. So I have a one-time bonus of it on internal medicine of plus 10%. Veterinary medicine at plus 20.
Yep. Now, I just want to, I don't know exactly what internal medicine means because that's a new skill to me. But I do want to mention to the folks in chat who said this, I agree with you when it comes to the 100% rule. I agree with most of chat on that one, but I have to read it as it says it in the book for this. Yeah. So you only get one of them. You can choose internal medicine or veterinary medicine.
Yes.
Plus a biology and herbal medicine. Biology at 30%. Nice.
That's pretty good.
Yes, especially at first level.
Yes.
Core skills: animal husbandry, basic mathematics, brewing chemistry, computer operations, specializing in medical computers, gene scanners, and automed units. Identify plants and fruits.
That doesn't mean you can't use a PC, man. I mean, I can still use Word, but I was just trained for, gene scanners and automed units, but whatever.
Check something up here real quickly with the core skills. Does it say primary skills? Doesn't say, at least not I found quick. Because I was wondering if there was a selection of them, but nope, looks like you get them all. So identify plants, fruit, literacy, language. So you do get literacy here. Language 2, you can speak 2 languages. Surgery. Nice.
Outstanding.
Which I think is a new skill. Isn't that new? I don't remember that being its own skill.
No.
What was it? Okay.
No,
and weapon proficiency, knife, as in a scalpel.
All get a plus 10% apprenticeship bonus. Nice.
Yes. Now, medical skills. Select any 3 medical skills on top of what you already had, all with a plus 5% bonus.
Now, remember, I got to choose internal medicine or veterinary medicine. Now I can choose the other one. It says any. That means I can, if I chose internal, now I can choose veterinary, but I only get a plus 5 instead of a plus 20.
And pilot skills, automobile or motorcycle, plus 5%, select any one other. Now, I think, and somebody's absolutely welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, I am not as versed at this as I am others. I think these 2 count as secondary skills. Let me see if I can see, because when I did my character, I actually had something that said take as secondary skill, so maybe not. But I don't want to waste time here. But these are the type of skills you get. Again, we're not doing these read-throughs. We're not telling you exactly how to do every little thing in the game. No. We're trying to bring it to you to see if it interests you and talk you through it. So that is a Heathen Dog's character. His dog right now is a pretty decent doctor. That's actually better than some of the doctoring you get from taking the skill programs in Heroes Unlimited.
Yeah.
Just with a lack of secondary skills, I think.
No, but makes up for it in those core skills. That's a lot of core skills.
Let's look up internal medicine and one other skill you pick.
Internal medicine and surgery.
Okay, we'll pick them both. So skill description, that's probably going to be under medical.
Yep.
Technical. Oh, let's see if we can. Maybe you can find it before me. Otherwise, I'm going to scroll down. Medical skills. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Internal medicine. Oh, it's okay. It's the medical doctor skill. They just changed the name of it again.
This is NB. Okay. This is the NB skill. Great. Okay.
When you do medical
see.
doctor, the base skill, what's notable about this one is that base skill. The first percentage is for diagnosing.
Yep.
The second percentage is for treating. Don't forget
Yes.
your bonuses. What did you get for internal medicine plus 10%?
No, it was greater than that. It was like 20.
That was for veterinary.
I thought it was. Hang on. Don't do it. I'll do it.
That's fine.
There we go. Core skills, healer. Nope. Oh, no, plus 10. You're right. Internal medicine plus 10. So for me, it's 80, 70.
Yep. 80 plus 3 per level. You're going to be capped out, well, by level.
Pretty soon. Depending on my IQ, maybe sooner. I don't know.
Good point. Right. If your IQ is high, we didn't even talk about that. If your IQ is high, you get a bonus on that as well. So anyway, he starts off having an 80% chance to diagnose a problem and a 70% chance to treat it.
If successfully diagnosed. You have to successfully diagnose something before you can treat it. If you fail the first roll, the second roll doesn't matter.
He knows all about Stop bringing that. No. Okay. And if he decides to take the pathology skill, he gets a 5% bonus to that just by having this, because he has to know how to diagnose it, which means, hey, you know what? I might know a thing or two about some viruses.
Right.
And then the surgery skill is, it requires internal medicine.
Yes.
And a physical prowess of at least 12.
Wow. Okay.
It makes sense to me.
As a doctor, okay, the character specialized techniques of cutting open a living body and repairing damage, fixing congenital problems, otherwise manipulating body tissue, muscle, tissue, organ, nerve damage, blah, blah, blah. Also cut out tumors and infections, invasive parasites, bionics, and microchips, as well as splice or transplant other tissues or organs. Wow, I can do organ transplants too. Wow. Okay.
Look, I am really liking some of this book.
I know, right? Base skill is 60. But for me, that would be
70.
No, it would only no. I have to take it as medical skill, only get a plus 5% bonus.
Oh, that was the one down there. Okay, so 65.
Yeah, it's not core skill. Oh no, it is a core skill. It's plus 10. You're right. It's plus 10. So 70. But modifiers, minus 20 to remove hostile bionic or microchip infections, minus 25 to remove artificially created cancerous tumors, minus 15 to treat unknown mutant animals without proper research, x-rays, CAT scans, other, pictures, minus 30% to treat totally alien creatures such as new chimeras or rapidly mutating insects. Now,
so you really need a hospital to work in.
Yeah, you really need a hospital to really work well with this, unless you are highly skilled and very broadly knowledgeable. Like, I've seen it all.
Well, one thing I really want to say to this is him failing the skill roll does not mean the person dies. And I hate that when people do that.
It just means I did not successfully treat the problem.
Right.
If I fail maybe in a spectacular manner, or he's going to die if I don't fix it, and I don't fix it, well, then he's going to die. I mean, that's
so for example, this tumor here, you thought you removed all of it, but didn't. And the tumor spreads again. Or, you know what, maybe, this isn't gonna be something stupid like, oh, I left the scalpel in the body. No.
Maybe if I rolled a 1 or a 2 or something like that, I'd do something like that. But that's up to the game master. But it doesn't
recovery time could be more. Yeah. Anywho, I just want to point out there that you don't have to kill people for failing one roll. Now, at the same time, if he fails one roll, that is a failure. It shouldn't be, well, try 7 more times and see if you get it.
No, and especially with something like surgery. You can't do surgeries literally back to back. You have to give the body time to heal. But during that time, it's taking damage from the disorder you failed to treat the first time. Are they going to survive until they're strong enough for the second surgery? I don't know. Maybe not.
I would even go so far as to say, hey, you just saved the person's life. So instead of dying in the next week, the person's got another month.
Yeah, you shrank the tumor by cutting out most of it, but not all of it.
Right. So, and that could give you time to do this again.
Right.
But ultimately you did not succeed. Yeah. But those are some options for people out there. And again, Somebody put in chat that it seems that the skills are written better in this game. That might be true. I really liked how that skill was written and the internal medicine. So some things about this book are, to me, superior to the other Palladium books. Okay, but we're going to move on to Psionics, page 60. Something I do not use in my games.
I'm going to have all the psionics.
What's that?
I'm going to have all the psionics.
Okay, you can have all the psionics. Mutant animals differ from psionic humans and characters in other Palladium RPGs, and they do not spend inner strength points. Okay, so what do they do then? To acquire animal psionics, many of which are different from human psionics, the players must purchase them by spending the BioE points. You can purchase many psychic powers available. Typically, 2 to 6 powers are acquired. But again, remember, you have limited points. Do you want hands? Do you want size? Do you want to be able to fly if you're a bird? Whatever. Availability. As one might guess, generally only mutant animals can select these abilities. Human mutants can also select many of these powers, but not all. Those not available to mutant humans will state as much. There is an ME requirement, which will show a couple of these powers off. So you do have to have a decent mental endurance, which again does not stray away from any other Palladium game.
No.
Duration. Each psi power will determine how long it lasts. Human mutants, if they can use them as well, saving throws against psionic attacks. Characters under psionic attack can sometimes resist its influence through sheer force of will. Thus, characters under psionic attack always get to save versus psionics. Roll a d20 and try to save. Unintelligent natural animals, so the squirrel in your backyard, has to roll an 18 or higher to save. Non-psionics, so every character in my game must roll a 15 or higher to save. A psionic character rolls a 10 or higher to save. Wasn't it 15 and 12 in Heroes Unlimited?
It was 15, 12, and 10.
Oh, 15, 12, and 10. Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Characters with a mental endurance of 16 or higher get a bonus to save. This is why that ME is important. So there you go. Now you know what those saves are. Other types of psionics, you can look at the other books. All right, so let's look at, we're going to look down this list. I'm going to have Heathen Dog pick one that he wants for his dog.
Cell Reader Advanced. I think that's a pretty good one right off the bat for my healer specialty.
Wow, he'd already looked that up or something. You don't want to communicate with mutant insects?
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay, Cell Reader Advanced. Let's see if you have to have the prerequisite of Cell Reader. Cell Reader Advanced. Range touch. So you touch. Duration is instantaneous. He gets information right away. Minimum mental endurance is 15, and there is no saving throw. But look at this cost. 15
BioE. Yep.
What's the basic one? I bet you it's 10. No, it's 5. Oh, okay.
5. Yeah. You get everything of the basic one plus.
I'm just reading this first. The character has all the abilities of basic Cell Reader, plus the sensitivity to predict how the next generation of mutants will turn out. Okay, we should probably read the original one. Huh?
Let me sum it up. Okay, Cell Reader, by touching a person or anything with their DNA in it, fingernails, blood, whatever, you can sense their genetic components, which means how much human mutation, what's their base animal, even if they have perfect looks, everything, you'll know that they're just dumbass pigs. You can immediately determine that what kind of animal they can breed with and if it will be successful or not. And with the advanced one, since offspring's fertility, having done a cell read on a pair of prospective parents, the Cell Reader can determine whether or not any children they have will likely to be fertile. So that's two different species of animals can mate and create an offspring, but a lot of times that offspring itself is sterile, like the mule, right? But with the Cell Reader Advanced, not only can I determine if you can have offspring with this other hybrid creature, but I can determine if the mingling of your genetics will make a successful generational breeding stock or just one other generation. So this right here is me making chimeras.
And money.
And lots of money. Oh, God, money. Miscreant Doctors Unite.
There you go. We wanted to look up again, this isn't about furry nonsense for the weirdos who are going to say that somewhere. This is about, it's a post-apocalyptic world. And survival, humans are trying to survive, mutants are trying to survive. Well, when you have everything out there being some sort of weird mutant or another, he might be a mutant dog, I might be a mutant dog or wolf or whatever, and we're not gay. But if we're going to try to look to see if it's genetically compatible, this is going to be important. Sorry, I don't sniff your butt though. Where is the was it telepathic language?
Telepathic communication.
Technomind. I debated taking this with my pigeon.
So you can talk to machines.
Yeah. So telepathic listening, telepathic transmission, or mental speak. So okay, it's 5 bio.
Okay, it costs 5. Full speech costs 10.
Mm-hmm.
So this, as long as you don't use radios, this is more economical than getting full speech.
So this acts as a simple mind-to-mind speech substitute. Animals without vocal cords will find this useful. No, it says in the rules you have to have it. So range is roughly that of human speech, except that it's not affected by background noise. There's no saving throw because it's not an attack. At worst, all the psionic can do is shout unpleasantries, and the receiver can choose to ignore the message. The psionic can focus on telepathic transmission so that only one specific character will receive it or can speak to several people at a time. Okay. Non-psionics will assume the telepathic transmission is normal speech. This power cannot be used to read minds or pick up empathic impressions, only to communicate with words. It's only good for speaking. One problem with telepathic transmission is that it does not work with telephones or other communication devices.
Yeah, so it has a shorter range. It's kind of like speaking really softly after about how many feet? What's the range on this thing?
It says normal speech. It has the range of normal speech.
Okay, so the only downside, since you can talk to everyone at once, you get to choose. The only downside is that you can't use radios or telephones. But the super upside is you can focus on one person and speak to them and no one else can hear you.
Now I'm going to talk about a couple of dumb things in this book.
Oh, goody.
I know somebody's going to defend it. I'm just going to say right now, I don't agree. There we go. Mutant prosthetic psionics.
Oh, it sounds great.
An important limited. This is just telling you don't have to have full hands. You can have psionic hands. An important limitation of the prosthetic psionic is that, like other mutant psionics, the character can perform only one psionic ability at a time. In other words, while the character is using ectoplasmic hands, he'll not be able to use psychic walk or danger sense.
Sure.
So let's just read ectoplasmic hands. A vaporous, luminous set of hands extends out from the character's arms. These are agile, equal to the character's physical prowess, and very sensitive. They have the equivalent of advanced touch. The strength and reach of an ectoplasmic hand is exactly like that of a normal hand. Likewise, the size of the hand is proportional to the character's size level. The hand can be struck and damaged in normal combat. If a hand is struck, the psionic feels pain just as if it were inflicted on flesh. Each hand has 10 SDC. And if either hand's SDC is expended, then the hand will be temporarily gone. Because of psychic pain, a destroyed ectoplasmic hand may be cannot be recreated until 2d6 days have passed. So there's a drawback. If one hand is destroyed, the other hand can be used. All right. Healing of SDC works in the hand too. Only available to mutant. What's that?
One point per day only.
Only
hour. 1 point per hour. Sorry.
I misread this the first time I saw it when I was looking for my pigeon. And I have to take back maybe what I said a moment ago. Only available to mutants with human hands. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay, not mutant humans. So, no, I stick by what I said. I thought this was saying mutant humans only. No, only available to mutants with human hands none or human hands partial. The character is lacking other parts of the arm, including wrists, forearms, elbows, or shoulders, and the ectoplasmic versions of those will appear as well. This is just a way of saying you don't have to put bio points into taking hands or biped or whatever.
Right.
I don't like it. Spend the damn bio points. Extended, whatever.
Nope. Psychic Master.
Psionic Claws.
Yeah.
Just take the stupid ability if your animal allows it. So yeah, these I don't like these. Now, I'm not saying they're not for everybody's game.
The whole ectoplasmic hands, it costs what, 10?
Well, the first one costs 10. The second one costs 20, I think. Yeah, 20.
extended ectoplasmic hands. What's the difference?
Okay, exactly. Like standard with the same weaknesses and disadvantages. However, extended also have the ability to move through solid objects.
Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's not care about that. But 10. How much does it cost to get full hands? It's 10, right?
10, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. So it doesn't matter. So that's not even a bonus. That's just stupid. But the whole telepathic speech thing,
Well, no, you
that's
can't.
economical.
You can't even have this. You can only have this if you have partial or none. So yeah, it's a wash.
It's a what? No, it's actually worse because with 10 damage, I could take away your arm for 2d6 days. But your actual arm, if you have full hands, which cost 10, it'll take significantly more damage and it'll heal much faster. So
I would tell you not to play in my game because you will have full biped in my game. So you don't have to worry about that. You won't be running on all fours unless you really want to and look weird. Remember, I'm talking about my game. I get it. I get why they're here. And for something that's crazy diverse, the thing is, I don't think you need all this extra partial and none diversity stuff because you already have like 800 animals in the game. Mutant animal powers. All right. We're going to go by this quickly, but there's something I want to point out specifically that's new to this game. These are things that you would figure from having an animal. You have to be the right type of animal to get these things. And we'll talk about those in the next segment when we actually look over some animals. Antlers and horns. Cats don't have antlers and horns, but you know what? Deer do. Elk do. Claws. Cows do. Well, bulls. Claws. Now, there are different types of claws.
Cats,
and yes,
wolves, dogs, whatever. Yeah.
Yep. And bird talons count as claws.
Sure.
Digging, tunneling, and excavation. I'm not going to read through these, but these are different. What's up?
Yeah. Rats, mice, fox, they'll have this ability probably, but a bird won't have the ability to get digging or tunneling, I imagine.
So digging allows you to just dig. Tunneling allows you to actually make holes in the ground, and excavation actually allows you to make chambers and rooms.
I'm a mutant vole.
There you go. Climbing claws. These are so some animals have just climbing claws. Some have real claws. Some have retractable claws. Extra limbs. This is kind of new to this. No, it's not exactly new. They changed how wings work in this game just a small bit.
So wait, instead of your wings ending in hands, you actually have arms and hands and wings that are separate.
You always had that, even in the original TMNT. You could pick. You had no hands, where you just walked around with flapping wings all over the place. You had partial hands, which would allow the wing to kind of almost grasp something. Then you had wings as hands, where basically you just outstretched like this, and the wings were there. And then you had wings separate from hands. There's a touch difference with this one. But I can't speak clearly about it right now. I have to see it on the paper again. These are new. Extra intelligence. Adds +5 to the character's IQ, a one-time bonus.
That's bonkers.
Extra MA adds +4, one-time bonus.
Wow.
Extra mental endurance. Now you're like, well, how do I do this? Well, good question. I'm glad you asked it. It comes with the animal, and you have to spend points for it, just like you would for claws.
Oh, okay. So certain animals would have the ability to get certain ones of these, not any of them.
This is new to this version of the game.
Okay,
Those of us who play the old version don't have this. Yeah. Extra physical strength. What did we talk about before? Where you could have brute strength, beastly strength, crushing strength?
Yep. Here we go. That's how you get it.
Extra physical endurance. Flight.
Extra physical prowess. All that stuff. It's all there.
It got all the rules for flight here. Nice. And there's also glide. Now, here's a bird that has the hands as part of the wings.
Right.
Not as separate from the wings.
Advanced hearing. That's what I want.
Hibernation. I think as a dog, you can get that. Hibernation. Isn't this a drawback? I think this is a drawback. Waking up in response. Isn't this a penalty? Heightened sentences. Adaptation. Well, we'll look when we talk about the points later. Hold breath. Natural body armor. This is what we were talking about before. Play a turtle. You could probably have this extra heavy, which is
turtle, armadillo, alligator, whatever.
Yep. And SDC. Look at that. There's your bonus SDC. Remember how much SDC these characters started with? 40, 30?
No, between 25 and 40.
For a normal kind of size, yeah.
Size 4 to 10. And then this 80 is over doubling the highest size you could feasibly get unless you're a dinosaur.
But look at that, it costs 50 bio points. So.
Oh, wow. All right.
Predator Burst is something brand new. Internal Compass. This is something that my pigeon could get.
The pigeon does have, yes.
Well, I have to buy it, and I don't think I did.
Dummy.
Well, when you see the character, you might see why.
You're the navigator.
The navigator. I wear a hard hat. I mean, I'm a freaking engineer.
Well,
so
these are the drawbacks.
Yeah, animal traits. Brand new to this game. I'm still debating whether I like these or not. I like the idea that a character can get extra bio points by taking disadvantage. I think more than just size. Here's the other problem. It says -10. I know what it's going for when it says that, but it should say +10. Because you're gaining points. Now, here's the thing. The way the game sees it is you're starting at 0 and working up to the 50 or 70 or whatever. But most people, when they do it, say, I started with 70. Okay, this cost me 10. I'm at 60. I'm at do another 10. I'm at 50. Most people that I've seen don't start at 0 and add up. They start at whatever their max is and subtract down.
Right.
So just want to put that out there that this is a bonus to you. So if you take Diet Carnivore, miscreant dog, but Diet
Carnivore, worse than that. I want -50 because I only eat cats.
Okay. Yes. I don't think that's in here. I don't think it has.
Shut up.
Okay.
It's all about me, you son of a bitch.
That's right. You know what? And it will be fun. So
I can only eat cats.
Domestication, obedience. The character has to roll a save versus obey. Here, doggy, doggy, doggy. To resist any direct commands given by a human. I bet you that's in the dog section.
I bet you're right. It's got to be. It's got to be. Yeah.
Let me see. Where's the one that I was looking at for my pigeon? Prey eye. Oh, prey eyes is one. I'm still debating this one. Quite a few animals have evolved eyes that sit on the sides of their heads, like rabbits and sheep. Any character with prey eyes has difficulty looking straight ahead, and I could just imagine my character looking in the. That looks like it's. Well, that's odd. This results in -2 to parry, -2 to strike with any projectile weapons from throwing knives, blah, blah, blah. But you get a +1 to dodge.
Yay.
Now
that's wow, that's a lot of miles.
Yeah, but remember, you're getting what I think.
Yeah, you're getting bio points, but how many? I mean, it better be more than 10, or else I don't think it's worth it.
Reptile brain prey is the other one I was looking at. Primitive part of the character's brain interferes with the character's rational thoughts and decisions. During these tense situations, the character will have to roll a save versus panic, which is similar to insanity, 12 or better, or take over by the reptile brain. Okay, so prey loss of control. If the character is a non-predatory mutant animal, pigeon. The character has to resist mindlessly fleeing from threats. Triggering events includes danger where the character or others experience serious injury. Now, I want to stop there for a second. My character's an engineer, and 2 of his skills are demolitions and demolitions disposal. Would you say that demolitions disposal? Well, no, I'm asking you as a game master. I want here. Let's read this again. Just we'll go by the words here. Triggering events include danger where the character or others experience serious injury. So does that mean actively or could?
Yes, actively where others experience. That means it happened. Not could happen. Happened.
Right. Threats and outright attacks from obvious predators. Fear of death.
Not an outright attack. Fear of death. There you go.
Right.
There's your problem right there.
That's why I didn't take it.
This allows you from being a bomb technician because every time you get within 20 feet of an active bomb, you now have fear of death and have to roll.
Well, yeah. Well, hey, you know what? I talk you through it, man. I'll talk you through it. But could you imagine that? Okay, I got to take out this bomb. All of a sudden, you see this giant pigeon just fly away. What the fuck happened?
How's Schlo going?
He shits on it. And as a pigeon, he's got to shit on it. So, you know, fear of being captured and tortured or the threat of being confined to a small area. So I thought about taking this one. I did not because I didn't think it made sense because my one combat ability is demolitions. Yeah, right. So, anywho, that shows some of those there. That is
for a healer.
What's that?
I'm not frontline healer. No one ever said that.
Yeah, I'm not a combat medic. I was raised in an underground university.
Calm down, son.
So that is the end of segment one.
I got my degree from Underground U. I'm not wasting that on you.
It went very long, I know, but we got through it all, except for next segment, we're going to look at real animals. And so, or
like the actual examples of the animals and what powers they can have. I
think we spent a little bit too much time on the combat portion of it, but that's how the book was written. That isn't our fault. Some of that stuff should have been in the combat. So stay tuned. I want to thank everybody who watched this first segment. Real quick, that's not the right slide to put up there. Remember, these are the core values of gaming. Hashtag RPGate, escapism, not representation, entertainment over activism, and natural inclusion, not forced diversity. Don't make your characters all be pigeons. Let them be other things. I also, between segments here, I want to look at some chat because I got 195 that weren't read.
All right. You look at some chat. I have to go pee.
No problem. There's the website, our Discord, locals, Redbubble. You can follow us there. And here is our stream schedule. Check us out. And stay tuned for the second part of the segment where we go into I got like 12 or so animals that we're going to be looking at here. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you like, subscribe, and share, and have a great day.